All right, dropshipping 2021. A lot of things have changed. We're in the midst of a pandemic, and what used to work before does not necessarily work now. In this video, I'm going to discuss everything that you need to know if you're looking to start dropshipping in year 2021. So, let's get started right away. First things first, we are in the midst of a pandemic, and this has had a tremendous impact on e-commerce and dropshipping. Now, there are both sides of the coin, the good one and the bad one. The good one is that the overall sales in e-commerce have skyrocketed, and I saw somewhere that sales now in the literally 6 months have went up to the levels they were expected to be in 2030. So that's good news, right? That means that the pie has increased for everyone, and you can see this in many different technological companies such as Amazon and Microsoft and all the other ones. That's good news. The bad news is that, however, dropshipping, the classical old way, relied heavily on AliExpress. And if you know AliExpress, the shipping times were about 10-12 days before, and now they're even longer than that. Now the shipping times from AliExpress can be 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks and even longer than that. So yeah, dropshipping in 2021, if you want to do it, AliExpress is not an option. You need to find other ways, you need to improvise, you need to innovate and look for other ways to sell physical products or digital products. Now, if you're new to this channel, this is your first time watching one of my videos, and welcome. My name is George. I've been doing e-commerce for the past 5 years or so, and what I do primarily now is drop servicing / drop shipping. I don't really distinguish between them. I just kind of put them all into one category of e-commerce. The only difference is that what I'm selling is I sell digital products. To be more specifically, I sell these custom illustrations. And then the classical method of dropshipping is to sell a problem-solving or a quirky product, and it's a physical, right? So, yeah, dropshipping in 2021. Let's talk about it. So, as I said, the shipping times from AliExpress are longer. So now, if you want to dropship, if you want to dropship physical products, you need to find suppliers in the US that have fast shipping, or you need to find suppliers in China who will be able to ship your products fast to your end customer all over the world. Now, this requires a little bit more work from you up front. It's no longer as simple as just, looking for a product in AliExpress, sorting by the number of orders, and then just taking the highest order and importing that via overload to your website. That's no longer the case, in my opinion. And what you need to do now is you need to actually work to find a good supplier who will be able to ship your product fast from China, or they have a warehouse in the United States, or just looking for a supplier in the US. However, you're a little bit limited here because there are only so many products available with the US suppliers. So there are a lot of drop shippers who use the same products, so products quickly get saturated. And the thing about drop shipping is that the most important thing is your product, or in other words, your offer, right? The reason why people buy these products is because they really haven't been seen before, right? They're not widely known, and only after dropshippers popularize these products, then the retailers and the big supermarkets kind of step in and then start taking all of the sales from the regular consumers, right? So that's kind of the overview a little bit about this. So the question is, what can you do? How can you start dropshipping in 2021 if you want to get into this space and you want to do it right? You don't want to fail at this. And this is a very good question, and hopefully I'll be able to help you with this. So first things first, I want to say that I do not specialize in selling physical products. I specialize more on digital products, as I said, these custom illustrations. Previously, I have sold a website called citycaps.co. It was a print-on-demand hat store. That's one of the routes you can go. The second website I sold was these custom illustrations. It was called turnshwifty.com. We used to turn people into Rick and Morty style characters. I wouldn't recommend anyone doing this, by the way, as of right now, because you might get into trouble with copyright. However, you can still do it, these custom illustrations, if you do something neutral, right? So, as I said, I do not specialize in selling physical products, right? I specialize in selling digital products. Now, when you might be thinking about digital products, you might be thinking like, okay, downloading images or downloading music or whatever, but that's not the case, because what you can do is you can sell custom things, right? So I'm sure, or I'm not sure, but you might have seen ads on Instagram or Facebook where they offer you to do custom some kind of custom product, right? It can be like, if we talk physical, right, you can do like bracelets and necklaces, right? And there's a good website for that. It's called printful.com. So what you can do is you can actually set up a website with shopify.com. You can sign up to printful.com. You can then integrate those two. They have a very good integration, and you can add those print-on-demand products, right, to your store, and then find a marketing angle that you can market this and make a profit. So say, for example, you set up a website and you add these bracelets. You basically add jewelry, right? You add bracelets and necklaces and rings, and you offer the customers to personalize them, right? So they can write a name or a date or whatever. And that's one way of doing drop shipping. And the reason you want to do it with a big print-on-demand company is because they have the logistics sorted out, right? They have the products coming in on time. They have big warehouses and they have fast shipping. So you will be able to provide your customers with fast shipping, and that's super important. And also with high quality products, because these companies have done their due diligence for you, and they have found the high quality products, so you don't need to do that. However, there's also the flip side, which is, a lot of people are doing this. It's quite saturated, so you really need to find your marketing angle that is going to work well for you. And by marketing angle, I mean like catering your product, your messaging to the end user, right, to the target audience. So what I mean by this, as an example, something that came up to my head right now is that, for example, someone's dog has passed away, right? It's not that good of an example, but still, like, it's life, right? So someone's dog has passed away recently. So one of the marketing angles can be is that you can say, hey, remember your dog forever, and, put his photo or put his name onto a necklace or to a ring or whatever, right? So that's one of the things. Another one is, for example, someone got engaged recently. So what you can do is you can say, hey, remember this, cherish this moment forever, create a personalized product that will remind you about this date forever. So these kind of are the marketing angles, and that's what you really need to think about, right? That's one of the ways of doing this, right? The second way of doing personalization is doing these digital products, which is creating custom illustrations. So for example, someone enters your website, they upload a photo, submit their order, and then what you do is that you create these illustrations. So that's something that I do personally, and I'm a big fan of this. I talk a lot about this in my videos, and that's a great way, because first off, you are not selling any physical products, you're selling digital products, which eliminates all of the shipping times, right? That's first of all. The second thing is that you're adding real value, right? Because you're creating something that did not yet exist, and that's real value, right? So you are getting someone else to create this illustration, right, by hand, and then you're sending that illustration to the end customer. Great idea, and that's what I do myself. So if you would ask me, okay, like, how should I start dropshipping in 2021? What I would tell you is you should start a custom illustration drop servicing kind of website, right? So to do that, there are a couple of simple steps. The first thing you want to do is you want to go onto Etsy.com and you want to look around the internet, perhaps Pinterest, and you want to look for custom illustrations, right? And you want to see different styles, like what is the most popular one, maybe something that you like the most, because you also want to keep in mind that you want to do some kind of illustrations that you like yourself. The illustrations that I'm creating, the style, man, I love it. Like, it's beautiful. I send it to my friends, I send it to my family, and I say, hey, look at this. This is so beautiful. And a lot of people around me like it as well. My parents don't really understand it, but it's a different story. But but still, like, it's great. So yeah, you want to keep that in mind when you're choosing the style. And you know, whatever is going to be available on Printful on the first couple, whatever is going to be on Etsy on the first couple of pages, like you can almost say with certainty that that is going to sell because, you know, if Etsy is showing that on the first page of custom illustration, then people really want it, right? So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is you want to set up a website. So the easiest way to set up a website is with Shopify. So you can just go in there, you know, set up a little website. If you want to be a little bit more technical and you want to design your product pages to your liking, or maybe you want to model some kind of website that you found, you can use Gem Pages. It's an app that allows you to kind of really personalize your product pages and all these different pages. So you will be able to have a lot of flexibility building your product pages and not just being stuck to the basic modules of Shopify, right? So that's what I use myself. One of my clients actually showed me this. Dan, shout out to you. So now I use Gem Pages and I'm about to publish this new product page. It's pretty cool. Give it a try. So you have the offer, you have the website. The next thing, the most important thing, is your traffic. So there are different ways you can do traffic. You can do Google ads, you can do Facebook ads, you can do TikTok ads, you can do SEO, right? It's up to you, really. But there are certain things, you know, there are certain benefits and certain disadvantages to each of those. And you want to try, if you haven't tried any of them, you want to kind of try every single one of them and see which one you like. But the way I would do it is I would I would learn a little bit of SEO, right? So I would try and optimize my website for SEO, the meta titles, the meta descriptions. There are a couple of like very cheap apps. They're even free on Shopify that help you optimize your website. So I recommend you look into those. I think it's called Smart SEO. And then for these custom illustrations, I would recommend you do Facebook ads. I have a couple of videos on my channel talking about how to set up Facebook ads in detail. I walk you through setting up a campaign and explain everything in detail, so make sure to check it out. And then another thing that I'm about to explore, I haven't yet, but I'm about to explore it, and you know, this is something that I want to put out there as well, is TikTok. So, you know, TikTok has been exploding. It's known for this, you know, crazy organic growth, and if you just get it right and you're consistent, you can really start growing your following and your videos and get traffic. So what I would do is, if you don't want to spend money on ads, I would set up an account, especially if you have time and energy. I would set up an account on TikTok. I'd get your freelance artists who are creating these illustrations for you, I'd get them to screen record how they are creating these illustrations for you, and then send that raw footage to you. Okay, so now you have a video of the person creating this illustration from a photo. What you want to do then is you want to trim that video, speed it up, right? So make it dynamic, make it fast, and then publish it onto TikTok, right? You want to kind of make it appealing on TikTok, and then you want to see what happens. And that's the beauty about it, right? So, you know, you post one video, two video, whatever. Like, I haven't explored TikTok, but for what I've heard is that, you know, if you start posting, you'll start reaching people. And in your bio, you can have the website link, and you can direct people onto your website. And this is one of the ways how you can get free traffic onto your websites from TikTok, right? So if you don't have money to spend, or if you don't want to spend, if you don't feel comfortable, I would recommend trying this TikTok way, right? It doesn't really cost you anything. You can just ask the artist, hey, can you please record you making these illustrations and send the raw footage to me? Then you get one of those like iMovie or whatever editing softwares on your computer. You edit that, make it short, make it dynamic, upload it onto TikTok, right? And that requires time and energy, but this is work, right? So you do that, and my bet is that if you do it consistently, you can start getting traffic to your website, and you can start getting sales, okay? So that's the free way. And then also you want to make sure that you have the Facebook pixel installed on your Shopify backend, right? So Facebook is going to basically track the people who are going to be buying. And you will need this Facebook pixel later on to, create custom audiences, and then from those custom audiences you can create lookalike audiences, and basically you will get these warm audiences that you will be able to show ads to. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on dropshipping in 2021 and how you can get started. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Perhaps think of subscribing to my YouTube channel. I post videos like this. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Till next time.